Hey guys, it's Rose with Rose Likes Crochet. How is everybody doing? It is Thursday, May 8th, 2025, and I am coming on here with another yarn yakking video for May. So for those of you who are new here, my name is Rose. I like to crochet. I like yarn a lot. You'll see that in this video. And I make stitch markers along with other crocheted items. You can find those in my Etsy shop. It's linked down below in the description box. So if you could favorite the shop and favorite a few items, it really helps me out and I do appreciate it. And thank you to anyone who has made a purchase recently from my Etsy shop. I really appreciate that so much. And remember, I do still have yarn that I'm destashing in the Etsy shop. So we'll do some admin stuff first. There is a Facebook group for this YouTube podcast, and it's a private group, so you have to answer 3 questions to join. I promise they're easy, but go on ahead over there and show us what you're working on. You can also follow me on Instagram at Roselikescrochet. Feel free to tag me in any giveaways that you find over there. I actually recently just won a giveaway because someone tagged me, so thank you so much to anyone who tags me in giveaways. And that is connected to a Facebook business page. So the Facebook business page is where I post because it's direct from Instagram, and the Facebook group is where I hope you guys will come and post. Besides that, in the Etsy shop, there is a spring shop that is linked down below in the description box if you want some Rose Likes Crochet merchandise. Okay, so yarn yakking videos are me talking about if I have any happy mail, which I don't technically have anything happy mail that came in from the post office. If I've done any yarn shopping, and oh yes, I have, and I'm going to show you my Herrschners order, which I forgot to show you last time, and if I have any finished objects, so I will hopefully show you some finished objects today. I normally don't talk about whips because I don't want to be held accountable. We're just going to be honest there. I don't want to be held accountable to finish something if I don't like it. So no whips are shown here. But there's always going to be 2 things I'm going to be talking about at the beginning of my videos before we get started. And the first thing is that we are doing something called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness throughout the whole year. I'm having a contest every month. Every month I pick a little note card out of a bag that has an item on it. And then my contest is for you guys to make however many you want or not. You don't have to. And then if you want to be entered into my contest, you have to just send me an email with a picture of your items, how many you made, and where you left them. And then at the end of the month, everyone gets thrown into a drawing and you win a very little prize. It's a ball of yarn and a stitch marker and a sticker. It's really not a big deal because Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, for the most part, are small items. So you don't need a whole lot of yarn to make Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. So the item for this month is a heart. And we pulled the heart at the last yarn yakking video. So I've already gotten, I think, 2 emails from people that have done their hearts for the month. And so they're entered into my contest. And that's all you have to do is make a heart. If you want to put it in a baggie or attach a tag to it so that whoever finds it knows that it's free and they can take it. That's the contest. It's basically just to spread kindness around. I think it's fun to make the little items because they're super duper quick, and you never know if someone is going to find your item and how it's going to make them feel. Hopefully it makes them feel good. But there is also a Facebook group called Random Acts of Crochet Kindness. It's linked down below. I'm not affiliated with them. I'm just a member there. And there's lots of files for like patterns and the things that you can print out. So you can go and check that out if you're on Facebook. And then sometimes people actually will post what they find on that Facebook group. I don't remember who it was. Someone, I think, emailed me or sent a message that something they left out into the world. Oh, it was Judy from Witch Piece Craft. I think she said it on her video. I'll link her down below. It wasn't her last video. It was like 2 videos ago. She made flowers because our item of the month for April was flowers. And she said she had already seen someone post her flowers on the Random Acts of Crochet Kindness page. So hi, Judy. Anyway, so this month is hearts. So if you guys want to make some hearts for the Random Acts of Crochet Kindness, please do so. And then just remember to email me with a picture and how many and where you left them. And then you're entered into my contest. Okay, the other thing I'm going to talk about, but I'm not going to go into too much detail, is this year year, we have a new charity that we're supporting, and this is going to go through October. So the name of the charity is called the Generous Crafters, which is funny because you guys are all generous crafters. And there is a list of items that they are requesting. It is down below in the description box, and it's also a pinned announcement in the Facebook group. And so we are collecting charity items for charity. They could be crochet, knit, sewn, store-bought, however you want to do it. And I will tell you that the item for the month of May is baby hats. Now, I made a blooper on the last video, and I said, I don't remember what I said, but they are not accepting preemie or newborn hats. Okay, so it has to be like bigger than preemie or newborn. And you can go up to child size on the hats. And then I do want to tell you that, by the way, if you want to send anything for the Generous Crafters, my post office box is down below in the description box. The item for June, if you want to get a head start, is chemo hats. And there is a blog for the Generous Crafters. It's linked down below if you want to check it out. And they have some information on the chemo hats. Then if you really want to get a head start, for July, it's shawls. Now, I'm not going to show you anything from the Generous Crafters on this video because I have, I don't know, 12 packages right now. So that's going to be a separate video. So keep your eyes peeled. In the next couple days, you should see a video for the Generous Crafters, and I'm going to show you all the stuff that has come in so far. And by the way, when I dropped off all the items for the Generous Crafters last month, they were flabbergasted on how much stuff you guys sent in. They were amazed. So I don't know if I even mentioned that in the last video, but they were absolutely amazed. It was me, Paula, and Philip. Carolyn wasn't available. Hi, guys. And we had to make 2 trips from my car into the building where they were having the meeting. And they were enamored with you guys. Not with me. I was just the delivery person. So they were enamored with you. So thank you so much. So just keep your eye out in the next couple days for a video from the Generous Crafters. For the Generous Crafter donations. They're not doing the video. I'm going to do the video. I'm going to show you what everyone has sent in for the past couple days. All right, so keep your eye out for that. So the happy mail that I was talking about, and I wound up paying her for it, but I saw Paula last weekend, and she found this ball of blanket yarn at Meijer. Meijer is a grocery store. It's kind of like a Walmart, but it's a little bit nicer. And she found this on sale for $5, and she picked it up for me, even though I didn't ask her to. So thank you, Paula. And it is a Bernat Mystical. It's a blanket yarn. And you know what? I'll just give you specs. This particular one, I don't know where it will be available. If it's, I think they clearance things out at different Meijers at different times. But I'm going to tell you the specs on a Bernat blanket, because let me tell you, I have a lot of blanket yarn to show you. Okay, so this is all the same. So Bernat blanket Mystical, baby blanket, sparkle, ombre, any kind of Bernat blanket, it's all the same specs as long as it's the 220 yard ball. So I'll just tell you about it now, and that way I don't have to tell you about it later. By the way, this color is called Canyon. It's a 6 super bulky. It's 100% polyester. This one has the Oeko-Tex standard. They recommend 8mm knitting needles and crochet hook. It's 10.5 ounces, 300 grams, 220 yards, 201 meters. Let me see where this one is made. They even have like a QR code on here, and there's a free pattern. Made in India. So Paula picked up this one for me, and I did pay her for it. So thank you, Paula, for picking this up for me. I appreciate it. So that's all my happy mail, you guys. So I did go shopping with my friends that were not Paula, Phillip, and Carolyn, and we were at a dollar store because I don't know what they needed to get, but they needed to get something. And I found some kitchen towels. So if you are following me on Instagram, you'll see that I'm posting all the pictures of the kitchen towels that I've made. It's my series. It's my next series. And I found these at the dollar store, and I figured I would add these to my collection so I could make the towel rings for them. So I found 3 of these, and it says, "It's nice to be home." And my caveat with buying kitchen towels is I like them to be 100% cotton. So these particular ones from the Dollar Tree are 100% cotton. So I got 3 of those. And then they had this design, and I picked up 3 of these also. Always be nice to the chef. And I'm always nice to the chef because I don't like to cook. So if anyone's going to cook for me, I'm very happy with you and I'll be very nice to you. Okay, and then the last design that I found that I didn't have were these coffee cups, espresso, cappuccino, tea, and I thought those were really cute too. So eventually I will make these, I'll make towel rings for these also. But I figured this was all they had. So I got 3 of each of those. So that was it for my shopping that was not yarn related. So last Saturday, Philip wasn't with us, but it was, oh, he was with us. Oh my goodness, he wasn't with us for the shopping. So Paula, Philip, and Carolyn and I are doing a project where we are taking a sweatshirt, and I believe I have shown the sweatshirts on this channel, and we are going to be cutting off the sleeves of the sweatshirt and crocheting a sleeve on both sleeves, obviously, and attempting to crochet a hood because they're crew neck sweaters that we got. So Carolyn, Paula, and I on Saturday morning drove over to Philip's house, and we all figured out how to cut the sleeves off of these sweatshirts that we picked up at like the Goodwill store or the Savers. It was the thrift store. So we figured out how to cut the sleeves off. The best way to do that. This took us all morning, and we all got a little bit accomplished, but I'm not going to show you guys because it's a whip and I don't want to be held accountable. So we were able to figure out how to attach. We watched a couple of different videos, how to attach crochet to the sleeves. And I've only got, I think, 2 rows done on each sleeve. So I am not anywhere near being able to show you guys remotely it being finished. So we were there, and then Paula had to be back home for something, but we figured while we were out there, we would go to a Joann Fabrics that we heard had some yarn. So Philip was not able to come with us, but Carolyn and Paula and I went to this Joann Fabrics. They had a lot of people emptying a lot of boxes with a lot of yarn. There was a lot of yarn, like a lot. There were no shopping carts that we could get. So we had a basket, and I was holding the basket and yarn, and then Paula was holding some yarn that she found, and then Carolyn was holding some yarn that she found, and then we kept finding more yarn that we wanted. So we wound up getting a big empty box and throwing all of our yarn, like literally the box was humongous. So we wound up dragging a box around Joann Fabrics with all of our yarn. So let me show you what I got. Hang on. All right, you guys. It's crazy. Okay, so let me just tell you that they had some colors of every kind of yarn that they had. They had colors I had never seen before. And they even had like a brand new yarn that I'd never seen before, but I know Mikey from the Crochet Crowd did a video on it. So I am gonna start with, they had all these fabulous colors of the Juicy Couture. And by the way, all the yarn was half off. Okay, so they had the Juicy Couture yarn and in colors I had never seen before. Like when they had regular stock on this, they never had these colors, at least that I've never found. Okay, so they had this color. And by the way, this is a 5-weight, like a velvet chenille thing. It's 107 yards. It's called Luxe Velour, and it's a 5 bulky, and I use these for hair scrunchies. I think I can get like 4 scrunchies out of one of these. So this color is called Aspen Gold, and I picked up 3. They had piles and piles, like they were getting boxes of yarn, but it was all the exact same yarn. So they would have a huge box of like blanket yarn, and it would be all of the exact same color. Same thing with like the big twist, same thing with this. They were just getting boxes of all the same yarn because they're clearing out their warehouses. So I picked up 3 of these, which is called, again, Aspen Gold. They had this beautiful color. Oh my gosh. This one is called Poppy. Oh my gosh, you guys, it's so pretty. I can't wait to make hair scrunchies. They had this color, which is called Pastel Turquoise. I hope you guys can see that. It's actually a little bit brighter than what I see in my lens. It's so pretty. I got to get started on making hair scrunchies. They had this color, which is called Shadow Lime, and it is actually sparkly. So I picked up 3 of those. And then the last color that I picked up is called Nautical Blue. So you guys tell me, have you ever seen any of those colors in a Joann Fabrics when they were actually open for business? I never saw any of these colors. So that is what I picked up for the Juicy Couture. They also had only one kind of cotton, one color of cotton. They had this Lily Sugar and Cream, the super size. And the color on this is called Purple Haze Ombre. They had a whole shelf full of them. So I only need 2 to make a market bag. So I picked up 2. They also had some cotton cones. These were originally $15.99. So I got them for $8. So I got this one, which is called, let's see here, Jade Mist. And you guys, I don't think that any of the stores are getting the same colors, styles, types from the warehouse. I think it's just random. So I don't, like if you have a Joann that has yarn, they might not have these. And this one is called Orchid. So these, I think they had like a brown or a black or something like that. So those are the only 2 colors that I actually wanted. They had some bitty stripes. They had this and they had the brownish color. This one is called Mermaid. So I got this one for like $4.75. So I got one of those. And then you guys, they had this. They had one of these. Oh my gosh. This one is called Lime Jelly. I love these. I wish they would have had the red ones. They didn't have purple. They didn't have any of the other colors, just the green. So I did pick up one of these, Lime Jelly. They had this color in the Twinkle. It is called Light Purple. And I'm not going to go over specs on any of the big twists because I know they're talking about that it's going to be at Herrschners, but until it's at Herrschners, I don't know, right? So this was another color that they had in the big twist that I had never seen before, and I could be wrong, but this is called Nile Green. Super, super pretty green. Oh my goodness. So we got these for like $2.25 each or something like that. I have a mat on the floor. I'm throwing them on. This one is called Fig, and I had never seen this one before either because it's kind of purple, and you'd think I would find a purple one, right? I would know, but I don't think I ever saw this one before. So there's 2 figs. And you guys, I don't know what I'm making with them. This one is called Magenta. And then this last one that I picked up from Big Twist is called Cyan. And it matches my shirt. So that's all the big twists that I picked up from Joann Fabrics. They also had some buttons, you guys, and you know how I feel about buttons. And let me just check and see if the buttons were on, what they were on clearance for. They were half off. So all the buttons were on clearance for half off. I found one of these snowman sets, which is going to be fun. I'm not going to do a t-shirt. I'm probably going to put that on a scarf. So I got that. And then they didn't have a whole lot left, you guys. I got 2 of these, which is the red. And then I got a blue and this one, which is sparkly shiny. And then the last set of buttons I got were these cupcakes. So that was it for my buttons. So I think I might be, you know, on the downturn for the button hauls. Okay, Bernat blanket. They had these Bernat blankets. I've never seen this one before. Again, I could be totally wrong. This one is called Branch, which will be a perfect cat, like a loaf cat, or it will be a great chicken. So I only picked up one of those. And then they had a sparkle, Bernat Baby Sparkle, and this is called Rose Glow Sparkle, and it does sparkle. It's hard to see it on camera. So one of those. And then the rest of these are the dots. So this is the zinged dot. It's like a lime green. I'm gonna make stingrays with this. And then there is strawberry dot. I love this one. I am probably going to make octos with this. And then the last one is this one, which I think I already have one, but I figured let's get another one. It's called Dino Dot. So these, all the blanket yarns were $6 each, you guys. That's a really, really good deal. So now I'm going to show you the yarn that we've never seen before. And they had 3 different colors of it. And this is the yarn that Mikey from the Crochet Crowd already talked about, but I'd never seen it. And they actually got it at that store. Bernat Sport Ombre Twist. So I will tell you about this because I'm pretty sure you can get this from the Yarnspirations website. So let's see here. Made in Turkey. It's really soft, you guys. It's a 3-weight. They recommend 4mm knitting needle and crochet hook. It's got the Oeko-Tex Standard 100. It's 100% acrylic. 9.9 ounces, 280 grams, 1,011 yards, 924 meters. And this was on sale. It was half off, so it was $6 for this ball. And the color on this one is called Sorbet. So it's got pink. It's like a twisted yarn, you guys. It's got pink and like a dark orange and like a gold and a light yellow in there. Super duper pretty. So this will be a baby blanket. One ball can be a baby blanket. So I had to get one of all the colors. This one is called Amethyst, and this one is purple and blue. So pretty. I cannot wait to make baby blankets with this. And then the other color they had is called Aquatic. So it's green and like a stony blue and white, like a limey, not even a limey green, almost like a Kelly green. Super duper pretty. So that was my haul from Joann Fabrics. So then yesterday I actually met up with Paula and we did some more shopping. We went to Walmart because I had to return something. We found some yarn on clearance there, and I went to Hobby Lobby, and I think that's all the shopping besides the Herrschners. So let me get that stuff. Hang on. All right, you guys. So Walmart, on the shelves in the yarn section, they had 2 colors that were on clearance that didn't have a sticker on the actual ball band, but there was a sticker on the shelf. And these were $5 each. So this one is called Vintage White. And this was marked on the shelf for $5. And then of course the inevitable coal. I don't know why they would clearance out black, but I do use this for my bees and I use it for F-bombs. So I picked up another black for $5. So I got those 2 from Walmart, and that was yesterday. And in the yarn section, there was a color of Red Heart Super Saver that I had never seen before. And I figured I should probably have it. So this is called Blue Wave. Have you guys ever seen that color before? Like, I mean, I don't profess to be an expert in Red Heart Super Saver, but I don't think I've ever seen that color before. So I'll tell you about Red Heart Super Saver. 7 ounces, 198 grams, 354 yards, 333 meters. It is made in India. Again, the color Blue Wave. It's a 4-weight. They recommend 5.5mm crochet hook and 5mm knitting needle. 100% acrylic, machine wash and dry. Oeko-Tex Standard 100. So I only picked up one of them, and I think it was like $3 and was it $3? $3.36 for that. And I think it's super pretty. Okay, the other thing that we found as soon as we walked in the door, you guys, in their summer section, they had all kinds of duck plushies. And I picked up these two. These were $3 each. They had so many different kinds of ducks. They had ducks that looked like an icy machine, like an icy drink. They had ducks with cowboy hats. They had ducks with flowers on them. They had so many different kinds of stuffed ducks. It was ridiculous. I highly recommend you go to your Walmart and check out all of the ducks. And then they had really big, humongous ducks too, and they were only like 10 bucks. So I picked up these two because I think that would be kind of cool if there's someone who likes hunting or whatever, and they have soft eyes, you guys. They're soft eyes. The only other thing I picked up from Walmart were these bins, and I'm going to try and be using these in my craft fair display, but I don't know how that's going to work. So that's the only other thing that I picked up from Walmart. Then we went to Hobby Lobby because someone said that there might be some yarn clearance going on, but that's not happening yet, at least not at mine. So it was Paula and I yesterday, and we were walking around, and I found this on clearance. This was an F for an F-bomb. It's really kind of big, so I'm going to have to increase the size of my bomb to use it, but it was only 82 cents, and it's very blingy, so I had to do it. And then I wiped them out. In the macrame section, they have these steel rings. They're 3-inch rings, and this is what I use for my towel rings. So there are 6 to a package, and it is 3 millimeters thick, 6 pieces for $2.99. And I had a gift card, so I picked up the last 3 packages that they had there, and that should last me for a little while. Okay, so that was it for Walmart yarn and shopping and stuff like that, and Joann. I was so excited. We did not go to a Joann Fabrics yesterday. So I am finally going to show you my Herrschners haul. It's still sitting in the box. I have not been able to open it up. I forgot about it last time I did a yarn yakking video, but we're finally going to open it up. Let me show you the size of the box first. Hang on. All right, you guys, this is a little ridiculous. I don't even remember what I ordered. I probably ordered this like 3 weeks ago, but we're going to see, because I'll be able to, they always put an invoice in there. Thank you, Herrschners. You guys are amazing for always putting invoices in the boxes. So let me pop this open and we'll see what's in here. Hang on. All right, you guys. So this was ordered on April 19th. So I'm only a couple weeks behind. No big deal, okay? And believe it or not, there's no blanket yarn in there. Well, there's something that could be construed as blanket yarn, but it's not, like Bernat blanket yarn. Okay, anyway, so I didn't realize that some of the stuff I ordered came with these free hook sets. So these are boy hook sets. And I don't use boy hooks, so you guys, someone's going to have to take these from me. It's an H, an I, and a J in each one of these sets. So we're not going to do anything with them right now on this video, but I guess I'm probably going to use these as a giveaway because I'm not going to use them. Anyway, it looks like they came with, there was a set of, it's called Lively Lash. Oh, I don't know if I like that as much in person as I did on the computer. This is called Lively Lash Palette, and it looks like one of the hook sets was free with this. So this set contains 6 balls of the different colors of the Lively Lash, and it was $7.49 for the whole set. So I'm going to tell you, it's called Sundance Lively Lash. Let me see what it says for the specs. It's a 4-weight, 57% nylon, 43% polyester, 1.75 ounces, 50-gram ball, 87 yards, 80 meters. They're looking for 4.5 millimeter needles and 5.5 millimeter hook, hand wash and dry, made in China. So this particular color is called Autumn. So this is like a palette. It was like a whole set. This color is called Orchid Blaze. I think you can get them separately also. This one is called Forest Canopy. And you guys, the only reason I get these kinds of yarn is to trim my loveys. So this will be good if it's not like a really bright colored lovey. This one is called Seafoam. That's really pretty, actually. This one is called Beachfront. There's a little bit of green in there. And this one is called Midnight Gold. And it's like purple and yellow. So that was one of the sets that came with those free hooks. The other set is called Department 71 Sparkle Lash. I'll show you that so you guys can look. And this was also the set, and the free hooks came with that one also. And there's 6 colors in this set also. So let me tell you the specs. I don't think these are discontinued, you guys. I think you can still get them. This is saying it's a 3-weight, 87% polyester, 13% Lurex, 1.75 ounces, 50 grams, 103 yards, 95 meters, hand wash, dry flat, made in China. Looking for a 4.5 millimeter knitting needle and a 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. And this is actually really soft, you guys. I'm going to enjoy using this one. This one is called Flamingo. And then we have, so this was a set of 6. This one is called Twinkling Teal, and it does have sparkle. These are all sparkly, you guys. This one is called Moonstone, and it's a little bit lighter than what you see on there. This one is called Lime Twist. This one is called Glazed Cherry. It's a little bit darker than that. And the last one from that set is called Lemon Zest. And oh boy, is that pretty. Oh, if I had a big bird lovey, that would be perfect, right? Okay, so then there's, let me see. There's 3 other kinds of yarn that I bought. One is called Herrschners Worsted 8 Baby Sparkle. And these were all on sale for $5.97. So I'm going to show you that. And I don't know why I just bought one of each. Maybe the yardage is okay for just one. Let me check. So this is 90% acrylic, 10% nylon, 8 ounces, 224 grams, 437 yards, 400 meters. 7 US 7 needles and an I9 5.5 millimeter crochet hook. Machine wash and dry, made in China. It is a 4-weight. And then this color is called Pixie. Now, I don't know why I would have only gotten one of these, because I would need more than one to make a baby blanket. So I don't know if past Rose could figure that out. That would be great, but I don't know that that's going to happen. So I picked up a couple of colors on this. This color right here is called Splash, and it really is pretty. It really is pretty. It's not as sparkly as I would think it would be, because it's called Sparkle, but it's not that sparkly. This one is called Raindrops. But I could probably mix and match these, you guys, because they all are not, like this one is not very pastel, but I could probably mix the other ones. This one is called Dandelion. Really, really pretty. And the last one I got in this baby sparkle worsted is called Pansies. And you know what? Maybe I wasn't thinking of doing baby blankets with them because it's a 4-weight. I don't know. So we'll see. So that was what I got for the worsted baby sparkle. And I don't know how many other colors there are, because I don't know, because this was literally 3 weeks ago. Okay, so the next thing that I picked up was this thing called Herrschners Sweet Swirls. So let me show you guys that. And these were on sale for $6.99. So let me tell you about this. This is a 3-weight, so this would have to be a baby blanket. Well, it doesn't have to be, but I like to use 3 weights for baby blankets. It's 100% acrylic, 7 ounces, 200 grams. Oh, 612 yards. Okay, so we're getting there. Size 6 needles for knitting and an H 5 millimeter hook for crochet. Machine wash and dry, made in Turkey. It is a 3-weight, and the color on this one is called Kiddie Pool. And it is not that soft, but I'm trying to think. Neither one of these are really, really soft. So hopefully when you wash it, it would get a little bit softer. But the colors on this are really pretty, you guys. It goes from like a really light pale yellow to greens to an aqua to gray on this one. It's called Kiddie Pool. And then we have this one, which is called Pink Pop. And that goes from light pink to dark pink, and there's oranges and corals in there. That one's super pretty. So I gotta figure out a blanket that would only take 600 yards. See, but then they get a little holey, right? And some parents don't want the holey blankets. This one is called Fresh Air. And this one has like blues, turquoise, purple. That one's really, really pretty. I probably should have gotten 2 of each of those. And the last one that I picked up is called Lemon Twist. And these remind me of, is it the Lion brand ice cream? That's what these remind me of. This one goes from whites to yellows to like a lime green. So then the other thing that I picked up, and this is a Fashion Plus value bag. I'm just gonna show you the yarn that's in there is something like a Karen Simply Soft. And this was $5.99 for all this. And it just says 100% acrylic, 14 ounces. So I thought that was a pretty good deal. And this stuff works really, really well in my knitting machine. The last thing I got from Herrschners is this. Wow. This is called Soho Cloud Cozy. And the color is coral. And this entire bag was $7.90 for this whole bag. So let's see if we can pull one out of here and tell you about it, because it looks very furry and soft. And the whole bag was $7.90. So let's see. Oh, okay. So there you go. The color again is coral, and it says it's 100% polyester. It's a 6 super bulky. It is only 49 yards, 50 grams, machine wash and dry, made in China. And they recommend 8mm knitting needles and a 10mm crochet hook. So that's definitely doesn't, it reminds me more of a 5 weight. So I think if I use this, I will probably consider this to be a 5 weight. I think they probably consider it to be a bulky because of all the fuzzies. So I got this whole bag for $7.90. So if anyone has used this Soho Cloud Cozy, let me know, and let me know if you think it works up more like a 5 weight or a 6 weight, because that's definitely doesn't feel like a 6 weight to me. So you guys, that was my Herrschners haul that's been sitting here for like 3 weeks. It's a little outrageous, right? So finally, I'm going to show you some finished objects. Now, keep in mind, when I say finished objects, almost 100% of the time, it is one item, but I have made multiples of the same item because I'm fanatical about that. Like, I like to sell things at my craft fairs, and I like to have a variety for my customers, and I like to have more than one. So, and usually more of like, I would have 2 or 3 of the same color. That's not the instance for this particular item that I'm about to show you, but that's normally how I work. And you'll see that coming up in some future videos, that I like to make the same thing over and over and over again. So let me go grab my finished objects. Hang on. All right, you guys. So the items I am about to show you is not a video tutorial, at least that I have found, but it is actually a blog from a designer called One Dog Woof. And the pattern is always linked down below in my description box for this. The link for the blog is always down there. So it is just called the Crochet Jellyfish. It's from One Dog Woof. I love making this pattern. I actually use 4-weight yarn for this most of the time. And I will tell you that this time I actually did use a lot of 4-weight yarn, but there was 2 of these that I made that were in blanket yarn, and I'll tell you why once I get to them. So she normally, she recommends using 4-weight yarn and a 5mm hook, and I do use a 5mm hook when I'm making these. And I'm gonna tell you, it's a no-sew pattern, and it doesn't look like it. And if you follow me on Instagram, you've already seen these a million times because I've already made a million of them. So when I use blanket yarn, which I'll show you at the end here, I use a 7mm hook. I don't think there's any other things that I need to share about the pattern. It's just a lot of pieces, but it's no sew, like absolutely no sewing. It's the best thing since sliced bread. So I love it. Okay, so it is a crochet jellyfish. And here is the first one that I'm gonna show you. And the squigglies are just amazing on there. And you can make the hanger however you want to, but I make it in a double knot at the top so that people can adjust the height that they want to hang it. So there is one of them there. And then some of these, I'll show you the yarn band that I use. Some of these were a full ball of yarn when I started, and some of them were not. So I couldn't tell you exactly how much yarn you're gonna need. I just don't know. So this one is actually a Mainstays, and it is called, it's just, I don't know, 100% acrylic yarn. It's their variegated, and this one is called Purple Multi. So we've got that, and it is this guy right here. Oh my God, he's so cute. I love him. I love him. So there's one, and then the next one that I have was using this Big Twist acrylic value yarn, and the color was called Rainbow Bright. So it had like the black and stuff in it there. So that is this one right here. So there you go. There is this jellyfish guy, and you just can't, there's no rhyme or reason to where the colors are on that. So that's how this guy turned out. And these are all going to be up for sale in my Etsy shop. So keep an eye out for those in the next couple of days. They should be up there by then. And these, even though I do sell them for quite a bit of money, they're really, really great sellers for me. So there is that one. And I'm trying to hang them on my chair here so they don't get all tangled up. The next one, I actually found this Super Saver pooling yarn in my stash, and it's called, it's Party Pooling, and the color is Fiesta. And I'm pretty sure that was a full ball of yarn, because I don't remember ever using this. So that was 236 yards, and that was what, maybe half a ball of yarn in there still left. And I love the neon in there, so I'll show you how this guy turned out. So there is this guy right here. Oh my God, he's so cute. I love the little neon pops. I was at a craft fair last year, and I had these kind of on the aisle because these really do attract people. And the table next to me said they stopped keeping track of how many people pulled on the tentacles after they got to like 60 or 65. They said it was crazy how many people were just coming up and pulling on the tentacles. So there's that one. The next one is also using this Mainstays yarn, and this is called Pink Multi, and I'm pretty sure this was a full ball. So this had 285 yards in it, and that's how much is left. And that is going to be this guy right here. He's so cute too. I love the pinks. There is this one, and then I have more, you guys. I'm telling you, I'm obsessed. The next one uses the Super Saver Jumbo Speckle. That's that one right there. And this is called White Speckle. And I really do not enjoy working with this yarn. I think this is like the last of it. I'm gonna probably just make granny squares with the rest of that so I can get rid of it. But the jellyfish turned out really cute. Look at him, you guys. Oh my gosh, he's so cute. I love the speckles. I just love the speckles on him. So there is this guy right here. And then we've got this yarn is a Loops and Threads Impeccable Speckle. Looks like this ball was $2. Discontinued from Michael's, so I don't think you can get it anymore. And he turned out really good too. I love him. I don't know, he's got like a little freckle right there. It's not just a speckle, it's a freckle. So there is this guy right here. Then I found this other impeccable loops and threads, also on clearance for $2, called Sunrise. And that would be, I think that's this one right here. It had some oranges in it, and I don't really like where the oranges came out, but we're just gonna have to go with it. So there is this guy right here. And then we have, because I needed a sparkle in my life, I love this yarn, Metallic, and the color on this is called Peacock. I don't think that that was a full ball of yarn. So I've got this guy right here, and he could hang up from wherever you wanted him to hang up. And he is very sparkly. It's just that you can't really see it that well on the camera. And he matches my shirt. So he's got camouflage right now with my shirt. Oh my gosh, I just love these guys. This one is called, it's from Big Twist Value, and it is the color Sunrise Ombre. So if you guys have that in your stash, you would be able to see what this looks like. And that is this guy right here. And I also don't like where the orange came out on him, but I don't like to cut, and you know, I don't know, sometimes I'll manipulate stuff, but most of the time not. And some of his tentacles were orange and some were yellow, and I love them, you guys. And the last one, made with 4-weight yarn, is also a Big Twist acrylic, and the color on this one is called Neon Lights. And this guy turned out pretty darn cool. So there is this guy right here. And some of his tentacles are green and purple and blue and orange. Oh my goodness. And I don't mind the way the striping came out on his face right there. So I also made 2 in blanket yarn. One of them I don't have the ball band for because it was a donated ball of yarn from my good friend Kathy. So thank you so much, Kathy. I'm going to show you him. This is almost an entire ball of Bernat blanket yarn. And it's like the lime sparkle or something. So this is amazing. I absolutely love how big he is. And the reason I made him is because last year at my craft fairs, when I have a tent, I like to hang something big from the tent to get people's attention. And I had one of these, and I had a really big snake last year. Well, the snake sold, and so did this guy. And he was, I think, like a green color. So I figured for this year's craft fairs, when I have an outdoor tent, I need something to draw people in. And these are really big, and people like to walk by, and they like to pull on their little tentacles. So I made him with the ball of donated yarn. And then I also used a Bernat baby blanket sparkle, and the color is called Hot Pink Sparkle. This was a full ball of yarn, and this is all that I have left. And I made another one. So I have 2 now, 2 of these big guys that I can hang from my tent when I go do outdoor craft fairs. And their eyes are sparkly. I am almost out. I only have 1 more pair of these big eyes, so I have to order some more. I think they're like 28 millimeter eyes. So I am getting ready to place an order for some more of these because I only have 1 more set. Except I don't think I could find the 28. I can only find the 26. So these guys will be hanging from my tent. So if you're local in the northern Illinois area, and you find me at a craft fair, you'll see these guys hanging from. I will sell them if someone wants to buy them, but they will be a little bit pricey. So these guys will not go up for sale in my Etsy shop because I do want them for my craft fair, but the little ones will be up for sale in my Etsy shop. So that is all I'm going to do for right now. Like I said before, I have lots and lots of finished objects, but I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to pre-record those and then add those to future yarn yakking videos because I have a craft fair this coming Saturday and I have to get this stuff packed up and ready to go. So anyway, so that's what I have today. Let me know if you have a pattern you use for your jellyfish. Let me know if you have gone shopping at Joann Fabrics and if they've brought out yarn that you've never seen before, because I'm very interested to see like what you guys like. What colors are you guys getting in the Big Twist and the Bernat blanket, in the Juicy Couture? that was never in the stores before. I mean, I guess it doesn't really matter, right? Because I'm not going to be able to get them, but I'm interested to know if you have seen colors that you haven't seen before. I think that's going to be it for this video. I know you guys say you like long videos, but no one really watches all the way to the end. So you know what I think I'm going to do, since we're already like really long video, I am going to do a giveaway. I'm going to give away both of these. Yeah. So you have to leave a comment. This is going to be US only. This is so spur of the moment. Follow whatever the YouTube rules are. I don't know what those are. I'm not posting them. I'm not talking about them. I will give away 2 of these sets to 2 separate people. You have to leave a comment about something you saw in the video. And you can't say the word giveaway in the video, or thank you for your generous gift, or nothing. You can't say anything about a giveaway. Let me see. Maybe in the giveaway or in your comment, you can tell me if you're interested in winning these hooks, and I'm going to pull 2 people. All you have to do is make a comment about something you saw on my video, anything you saw on my video. And then you can say, by the way, I like using clover hooks, or I like using Susan Bates, or I like using dots, or I want to know what kind of hook you use. You don't have to say boy, because I don't want the same thing to be in everyone's comment. Somehow work your way into your comment what kind of hook you like to use when you crochet. Yeah, let's do that. So there, 2 giveaways. So today's the 8th. We'll do it in a week from today. I'll pull 2 winners. How about that? The next yarn yakking video, I'll pull 2 winners. So again, keep your eye out in the next couple days for a video for the generous crafters. Okay, that's all I have. I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.